Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make another video today about the state of Tekken 8. The first thing I want to say is I really like this game, and I plan on playing it a lot and releasing more content for it. But with that being said, I'm going to talk about some things that are maybe not as positive, with the hopes of fostering discussion and improving the overall experience for everyone. So, I hope everybody understands that. I know the last video I made, pretty divisive topic about the shop. I am not a fan of the shop. I know a lot of people are fine with it. I'm making these videos in a hope to improve the experience for everyone involved. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, Tekken 8 does not have the best netcode. Here we have Knee saying he doesn't think the netcode is good. Obviously, this is a sample size of one person, but there's been a lot of discussion about the lag and everything. I know Tekken 7, it didn't have the best netcode. Street Fighter definitely has a lot better netcode, but then again, that's a 2D game, and yeah, I'm not sure what they can do about that. I'm not a developer. I don't really know the details. I know that basically, 4 stars is basically unplayable. 4 bars, I should say. I try not to accept anything under 5 bars. But that being said, I've had 5-bar connections where I'm like, how is this 5 bars? I'm not even sure why 3, 2, and 1 are even a thing. I guess they want to. I guess there are some people in the world that have to deal with that. I'm not sure, but yeah, anything 4 bars or worse is just basically unplayable. And again, even 5 bars, I've just had really bad experiences with. And this is the type of game where, like, any type of stuttering, it's just not a good time. Not at all. You're missing combos, you're missing throws. It's just bad. So hopefully they can improve, or at least get a more consistent experience for everyone regarding the connections. Before I get too much further, I just want to ask everybody, if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you think I can improve or what you like. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Another problem with the online right now is that there's no option to filter out Wi-Fi only players. So yeah, it would be a great option to just say I don't want to play Wi-Fi players. Again, not to say that that's going to fix all the problems. I've had wired players lag, and I've played against Wi-Fi players, usually in quick match, not ranked, that the connection was fine. So, I'm not sure. The technology's not there yet to verify the connection on everything. Something else that's been pointed out is the crossplay being kind of busted, or people not accepting matches because of crossplay or certain platforms. And here, Nia is saying, can we hide the icons from online matchmaking? People refuse to play because of the icons, which makes it meaningless when it's crossplay. I kind of agree here. I mean, why have a crossplay option if you're gonna, show the icon? But the problem, and some people are saying, oh, there's a problem with PC players. They're cheating. I don't want to play with a PC player. They might be cheating. I don't want to play with a console. I don't want to play with an Xbox because the Series S can't keep up with the frame rate. People also think, I don't want to play with the PC because, maybe their system performance is bad and then there's lag. So there's a few problems with the cross-playing, and I think that, it could be attributed to a few things. Obviously, they want to have as many players as possible. The more players they have, the more opportunities for them to continue to sell things like the microtransactions and the DLC and everything else. So I feel like they're taking this approach where they want everyone to be able to play the game, even if their system is a little bit underperforming, causing delays in game. But there should be better benchmarks. I think it's a program error. There should be a better benchmark. I feel like there should be some kind of verification here of performance, right? So if you're going into ranked, they should make sure that you're capable of hitting a solid 60 frames. And if not, it should reflect that, just like the Wi-Fi connection or the wired connection and the connection quality. It should show performance quality as well. I think that would be a good idea. These things are kind of like pipe dreams, though. Do I actually think they're going to do that? No, I don't. But it would be great if they did. At least they could go and make sure that if you're playing in a ranked match that you are offered recommended settings, some kind of benchmark, so that the quality isn't being lowered for everyone involved. Another major issue with the game right now is there's a ton of plugging going on. I was playing Quick Match last night, and I had somebody plug on me in Quick Match, which is just hilarious when you think about it. I mean, it doesn't even matter if you lose in Quick Match. But yeah, people are plugging. You just go on Twitch, watch anybody streaming. People are plugging all over the place. And there's some very high profile streamers that are doing it. It makes the game worse for everybody, and I'm not sure why they said they were going to do something about the pluggers, but they didn't really do anything about the pluggers. I guess my brain defaults to the worst here when I say this, but I feel like with the microtransactions and the continuing revenue that they plan on receiving from the game, they don't want to ban people. They want everybody playing no matter what, because that's how they're going to sell more stuff. And that's another problem with the microtransaction model, in my opinion. Before you had a game, you bought it, it was a base price. Once they sold the game, that was it. The game was paid for, and that was their income. But now, they're thinking, well, now we can make an ongoing revenue with this stuff. I do think it's a slippery slope, and it's going to lead to other issues. Again, is this related to the issue of why they're not banning pluggers or dealing with pluggers? I don't know, but I kind of think it is. Also, with pluggers, some of the solutions could be, like, if somebody disconnects from a game, they should get a loss immediately. I'm not sure why people don't get losses for disconnecting. It just seems like this is the only game where that happens. I'm not sure why. Also, if somebody disconnects, they shouldn't be able to queue up for another match right away. There should be a delay. It's really simple, in my opinion. Just put a timer on it, like, okay, well, you disconnected, so you have to wait 5 minutes or something like that. And if you think that's harsh, well, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Personally, I never have been disconnected. If you're disconnecting a lot, maybe you should just take a break anyway or fix something and come back later. But the plugging situation is definitely going to drive players away. I mean, nobody wants to play against people that are disconnecting all the time, and it's a rampant issue. Another story I saw this week is apparently if your save gets corrupted, you will lose your paid DLC. So another reason to avoid buying stuff, but obviously this will probably be fixed, but I think it's funny anyway. But, maybe hold off on those Tekken coins if you were thinking about it for now. A few more thoughts I have about the balance of the game. I think the balance is overall pretty good. There have been some studies released, but people have just been getting some data from replays and whatnot. I think everyone is about 50% win ratio, give or take, obviously. And it depends what rank you're in. So there's a whole lot of data that you can sift through. But I think overall the balance is pretty good. That being said, I think there's definitely some characters that people are agreeing on, mainly Xiaoyu, that are just really, really strong and probably should be tweaked a little bit. I also think, and I know this is like they wanted hyper aggression, in this game. This is coming from a player who's like mid red ranks. I'm not an expert at all. I'm not an expert at all. Right? I have an opinion. I am your typical. Statistically, I am the average player. Right? So I am smack dab in the middle. I am the average. So I can say that in my experience as an average player, games tend to feel very one-sided, right? Now that doesn't mean I can't have a match where things are kind of like back and forth, and I do. It's happened, but and when I do, it's great. So you either totally decimate the opponent, and the round is very one-sided with a very offensive style where they don't get to do anything, or you totally get pounced and close to, if not perfected, yourself. So, I mean, part of this reason I think is because of all of the armor moves. There's so many armor moves, the heat engaging stuff, the heat crushers, or whatever the heat move is called itself, your special heat attack, and just everything does so much damage. So I don't know what they can do. I know, I like the fast-paced nature of the game. I played a lot of Tekken 7. And it is more fast-paced, less defensive, which is nice. But I feel like you can't have all offense. I think defense needs to be an important part of the game. Maybe the armor moves can be toned down a little bit. I've also read elsewhere that people feel like, maybe the rage attacks should only really happen once per match, not once per round. I think there are other problems with the heat and rage moves too. They break up the flow of the game. I mean, how many times have you had to watch a rage art for like 15 seconds and you just feel like, oh, okay, well, I'm just waiting here. I don't know. It's not, whatever. Maybe they could shorten the animations a little bit. Obviously, do I think they're going to do any of this? No, I don't. But in my average player mind, I feel like it would be nice if they could just reduce some of the armor on these things, shorten the rage attacks, at least limit how many times you can rage in a match. Another thing I think Tekken could do is increase their communication. I mean, we got the patch 5 days ago. It hasn't been that long. But there are clearly issues with the game, and the developers don't really communicate these things very well. Though for a Japanese developer, I think that's pretty normal. They're pretty hush-hush. I mean, I guess we as Western gamers, we're used to, like, especially like when you're dealing with indie developers, they're very communicative. And you know exactly when patches are happening and whatnot. But, we're all just waiting here, seeing if Bandai is going to address some of these issues. Nobody really knows anything, as far as I know. So, those are the latest tidbits of Tekken 8 right now, my thoughts. Thank you for watching. I plan on releasing more content like this. And I'm going to continue to cover Tekken. If you like what I do, please consider liking and subscribing. Please leave a comment, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.